All right, so if you grab the Standard newspaper today, that was our headline. High cost of living torments Kenyans. And it's well outlined there. I don't need to go through the article itself. All you need to look is at your pockets. The way you're spending your money 5 years ago or 10 years ago compared to now, how has it changed? Actually, the value of the money now with 1,000 bob, you get lesser things compared to 1,000 bob. 10 years ago, inflation, the price of goods have been going up by the day. Question is, how now can we manage our situation? We're already in this hole and we don't want to dig it deeper. That takes us back to financial management at the end of the day. And now in studio, I'm joined by Samuel Njuguna, who is the leader at Smart Spender, an expense tracker app tool in Kenya that is able to automatically pull all users' financial data from users' text messages. And, you know, this particular app saves the user time, which is very critical, and also help them plan their finances. Also joining us virtually is Edith Sidondo, who is a certified money coach and founder and CEO of Profit Acumen, a money coaching firm. She's also the author of My Money Journal, a hands-on guide for you and your money. She's also a columnist at the Standard Media Money Maker segment. Edith has recently been appointed to the board of Pasik Insurance as head of audit and risk committee within this board. Welcome to the show, both of you. I mean, starting right here in studio, Sam. I mean, we are living in very interesting times. You have to be very careful with your money.
True.
Yeah, and one of the ways that we spend our money is through these phones. Yeah, and these devices. I look at things, I want that. It's fueling expenditure. For you to come up with an application to help track your expenditure, what was the motivation?
So I'll admit that when we started the app back in 2020, when we were just at the idea stage of developing the app, I would say I was not as aware about financial planning as I am right now. The idea basically was we saw a gap in the market of an app that is able to track your expenses. But as we continue to develop the app, we were able to learn so much about financial planning. But because the process of developing the app needed our understanding of what financial planning is, and from my understanding and from my the experience of developing the app, I came to realize that the financial planning is a system. It's a systemic approach to managing one's finances. So that's where we saw the gap. It needed a system. Whereby we could be able to track these expenses. And the financial planning process is mainly made up of two facets, which is assessing what you have in your pocket, assessing what you have in your bank, for you to be able to prioritize on your spending. So we build the app based on assessment and the two facets are assessments and goal setting. So we build the app based on those two facets of the financial planning process.
All right.
Yes.
Definitely. Very important. I want to bring in Edith Sidondo. Edith, I mean, you are a certified money coach. I'm imagining for you and your business in the past 2 years with the pandemic, just looking at the statistics even that were outlined on our newspaper today, over 1.7 million Kenyan workers lost their jobs in 2019. So when I posted this question, somebody was asking me, Noah, you're asking me about planning my money? Where is that money? I mean, looking at over the past 2 years as a financial coach and also a certified money coach, has been business for you just to guess, to know the grounds for now?
Thank you, Noah, for having me, and thank Samuel for sharing about what you're doing on the financial planning space with the tools you offer. I must say that for the last 2 years, like you've alluded, people have faced real pains with money. The COVID pandemic was not really the problem around money. relates with money. So money is just not something that you transact with. Money is something you relate with. So already it showed that how the middle class, and I'll speak more about the middle class, where they had hit, how the middle class deals with money is more on spending. So COVID just revealed that outside of a salary, a consistent income, people feel lost on what to do. But by the fact that people lost their jobs, it takes me to another point altogether. As a society, we need to not only focus on resources, the money I have, the job I have, the things that I have. We need to focus on resourcefulness. Yeah, what do I have within me, which I can use to give value to the world so that the world pays me for it? Money is an appreciation that the world gives you for the value you've given to the world. Beyond jobs, there are other things that we have within us. And the beauty is that our Creator gave all of us something, irrespective of whether you are disabled or you're able. We are all enabled differently. And we can use those abilities, to give value to the world. And we are in a technologically advanced era right now. It allows us to do much more beyond Kenya. So even if the inflation rate is high in Kenya, using the internet and the technological tools, we can think outside the box and do more. And it informs why, as an organization, Profit Acumen, when we started this year, we started a challenge, the Earn More Money Challenge. The idea behind it is to get people to think outside the 8 to 5. What more can I do to generate more? By you generating more, it means you're equally giving value.
All right. Definitely. That is very important to note. So there are two sides to this discussion. There is the generation side, and there is also the spending side. And I'm glad you've mentioned the issue of generating more. I mean, coming back to you, Sam, with the application, it tracks your spending, yeah? And spending and generation are totally different. From your studies as you're developing the application, do you think tracking your spending can also trickle down to how you think about generating more?
From what I've learned from as we've been developing the app, as you track your expenses, it triggers a consciousness in you. It triggers a sense of responsibility, if I may say so. When you're always aware of what you're spending each and every day, you start, okay, normally most people will be aware of what they spend in a month. Others will be aware in a year. But as you come and you keep on closing that gap from a year to 6 months, and then to 3 months, and then to knowing every 3 months of how much I'm spending, and then coming back to every year, and then coming back to every day. And even some people trickle down to even every 2 hours or 3 hours how much they're spending. Look at the guys who deal with Forex. As you come closer, it triggers a financial kind of consciousness or responsibility. And at Smart Spender, that is what we want to trigger in people. Once you're able to know where your money is, where each and every shilling is going, which is called the zero budgeting system, you are able to actually account for where each and every shilling is going. It triggers it in that. In the long run, we're trying to create a culture of that financial consciousness. And if you're able to control what you're spending, this reflects in even what you're generating, because you save more for you to invest even more. So it's more of a means to an end.
A balance of the two.
A balance of the two.
Definitely. So that's very important. Edith, I see your time is running out. For our viewers, somebody is seated there and asking, okay, What are the practical ways? You've mentioned the online space where I need to look for avenues to generate more. But now with what I have in my hands, what are some of the practical ways that I can regulate and use the little, quote unquote, the little that I have resourcefully to the maximum usage?
Now, with whatever you have, instead of only thinking of spending it on consumeristic expenses, how about you step back and look at how can I use what I have to create value? And here I'll mention 3 ways you can create value. For instance, you can use it to create value through personal growth. You can see, what can I do? Do I need to study something so that then I can provide it as a service? Do I need to buy some goods and add some value, price margin on it and sell it? Yeah? So move away from consumeristic way of spending and begin to think, how can I create value? Another way is through self-care. You find that we only look at things that, according to the world, give me a better image than the self-care of our health. Because to make more money, you need to be healthy. You need to have a good state of mind. That is another way you can create value, to ensure you're always in the best version of self. Then another way is to grow your money. Look for opportunities to invest. And investment is very wide right now. How can I, and you can even start with things like the SACCO. Yeah, you just put money in your SACCO and continue growing it, as opposed to looking at money as something that it comes to my hands. What can I buy that is consumeristic in nature?
Definitely.
So, to move away from just spending to value addition on self and on others. That is how you keep multiplying your income.
Okay, very important. You invest in self, but even as you spend, look at your spend. As Sam says, you track your spending, but that spending, what exactly does it do at the end of the day? And I know technology is one of those big factors in terms of pushing consumerism sound, but also it's a game changer for you. For the year 2022, technology-wise, do you see vibrancy in coming up with technological solutions that help people, keep their finances in check? Briefly, as we finish up.
Yes, as of now, we are trying to make the app as user friendly and as attractive to the Kenyan, to the Kenyan people as much as possible, and we are trying to add as many features to make it more user friendly and more welcoming to the Kenyans, so that they are able to enter into that culture of financial consciousness, of which we're trying to get at. So yeah, it's something we're actually really investing into. We are trying to look at how other apps in other countries, just to mention a few, like Mint, whereby their system is completely synchronized with credit card companies, okay. And it automatically tells you where each and every shilling, once you pay, it goes to. And yeah, those are the things we're trying to research and trying to apply in our system, because it has worked in other places.
Lovely.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you very much, Samuel Njuguna, smart spender, and Edith Sidondo, certified money coach and founder and CEO of Profit Acumen. Thank you very much for your input on business today. Right now, we take a short break right here. When we come back, we have BBC Money Daily, and thereafter, The Innovator. Stay tuned.